what can they do so that, they don't fall into that same doubt? Or how can they respond in a way that's not defensive? Welcome to the Revo Report. We're inspiring faith with reason and reason with faith.
That's a very good question because, like I say, there's some very intimidating, very bright people, and it's hard to feel as if you can be even in the same intellectual playground as them. And I understand that. It's what I've found is sometimes people are very bright. I'm not denying the intellect, like Alex O'Connor is extremely bright and articulate, and it would be incredibly intimidating. And he has been very thoughtful. But there are many people who are perhaps extremely bright in one particular thing. Say it's biology, and they can tell you all about molecular biology and all of that. And they have written off for Christianity for scientific reasons. But I guess it's the way that I'm made a bit, is that I think of things more holistically. And one of the things that, one of the very first lectures I heard when I went into apologetics is, we have a cumulative case for the Christian worldview. It's not just that you have to go toe to toe in one area of life and win, but you can actually look at all of reality and see how it points to the need for God. So whether it's, again, external to ourselves in the universe, from the cosmos to the cell, there's a lot that has to be explained, as well as ourselves, our own consciousness, that we have free will to choose, that we have love that's real and available, that there are a lot of, that we have objective meaning and purpose, that we can actually call things evil and good. If you lose God, you not only lose human dignity and value and purpose and meaning, but you lose all these wonderful explanations for, again, design in the cell or fine-tuning of the universe or whatever. Now, people can find things to be, I want to use this in the right way, argumentative about. There are issues, they're issue-driven, and they can find things and push things and promote things. But again, I would want to step back. First of all, if you feel like you're not capable or competent to engage on that level, find someone who is. Also start to read a little bit on your own in terms of the cumulative case argument for Christianity, so that when you go into these conversations, you can know good questions to ask. That I'm sure you've probably heard of Greg Koukl. He has a book called Tactics. So if somebody, oftentimes the skeptic will try to put the burden of proof on you as the Christian. They're saying, you're the one who has the burden of proof here. You believe in this supernatural God.
You're making the claim.
You're making the claim, right? Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But they make a claim, so they claim, all of their claims have to be grounded as well. And so in order to get out of the hot box, or the hot seat rather, you start to begin to ask questions. A lot of people throw out slogans. I don't believe in God, or the Bible is corrupt, or whatever. And you not only ask them to say, well, tell me more, why, what do you believe? Can you clarify that for me? But also, why do you believe that? What do you mean by that? Can you give me reasons for that? Because oftentimes we're just stuck with the slogan. We've been cut down, but we're not asking them to justify their claims. Why do you believe that? What do you mean that the Bible is corrupt? Can you give me an example of that?
Right,
if you see people who are really good in this public square of even like in politics, it's interesting. People will make claims, and then I'll hear the person who's speaking with them say, well, give me an example of that. Well, what do you mean by that? And they can't. They say, well, no, I've got to go now, or trying to change topic or whatever, because again, it's not only the Christian who hasn't thought deeply about their worldview. Oftentimes it's the other. So just try to engage. And if you can't figure out what they're talking about, or or you'll get a better sense of what they believe. And then if you don't know, go and find out, or find someone who you can bring into the conversation. So there's a lot of different things at play, but just being intimidated by someone's maybe intellectual accomplishments, they may be incredibly bright in something and completely ignorant as to the whole of what Christianity and belief in God has to offer, even intellectually. But they want to stay on their hobby horse because it gets them to be able to dismiss you. But we just need to take a slower, broader, more thoughtful path about it, and asking questions, and keeping them on the defensive, in a sense, to justify their own claims is a good way to go. So that, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, sometimes offense is the best defense, right?